it feels fucking good to be doing this again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why we stopped. Oh yeah, that's right, I'm lazy. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Gentleman Dog Portrait. I know you missed us. We missed you too, I guess. Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess so.
Sure.
You guys are mostly alright. The ones that listen to us anyway and let us know that you're
vaguely
listening.
acceptable.
We're solid. It's on. I'll watch it on your radar. Alright, I'm Dean. He's Mike.
Yes.
Yes, you are. And we're here to talk about stuff that's happened this week.
Yeah.
We're gonna start doing this on like an actual weekly schedule rather than like post what we did last week, this week. I don't know, it just makes sense that way. Well, because by the time we're done talking about it, like, no one's going to care who Jared from Subway is.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah, that's some funny shit, seriously.
It's crazy.
I gotta be honest, like, all of these icons that were, like, out while we were, like, younger, and, like, we grew up with them, we just kind of, like, accepted they were there, like, fucking Bill Cosby and now Jared, like, where the fuck is this coming from?
Yeah, it's Tiger Woods, I mean...
Yeah, Tiger, what the shit?
There's just a lot of, I don't know. You have this image of them, and it's their public image, and you don't really understand who they are privately.
I just knew Jared as this guy that, like, you know, he ate Subway sandwiches and he got thin, and I'm like, that's enough, man. You don't have to do anything else. Why the fuck would you want to do anything to mess that up? You already made people believe in the impossible, that you could eat at a fast food restaurant and you would lose weight. You made us believe in our dreams, and then you go ahead and you... What the fuck, man?
I mean, I can't believe... I read that he was in college when he started that with them.
Jesus Christ.
I think he was... No, with Subway. He started with Subway.
Oh, I thought you meant... Yeah, he was in college when he started, you know, doing that stuff with children.
No, he was,
I'd be like, oh god, that is even more awful. I don't know.
He lost that weight in college, which seems so crazy to me, because whenever I saw him on the commercials, I was like, oh, this guy's much older than me, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like, he looked like he was, like a new parent or something.
Yeah.
He looked like that kind of old.
He was like 32, maybe. I don't know. You know, and this was like years ago.
Yeah, so, I mean, like, he was one of those celebrities that I didn't pay much mind to. So, when this came out, I was like, wait, really? Why?
I mean, he's not really... This is like Flo from Progressive or something.
It's like if Flo from Progressive, like, you found out she did crystal meth or something, which might explain why she's so chipper. They're really, like... Speaking of Progressive, like, why are they pushing Flo that much, anyway?
I don't know.
Like, I saw a commercial with her, like, with action figures, and I know it was, like, you know, just for the sake of the commercial, but it's like... Why do you have to promote insurance like that? It's something that people just give money to, and if something happens, they get money back.
Well, I guess it makes you familiar with it. It kind of promotes a familiarity.
Yeah, I got to be honest.
I don't know.
Yeah, when I'm seeing like those Liberty Mutual Insurance ones, the ones where there's like people just talking in talking to the camera, and they're like, oh, you bought a new car, you named it Brad, you loved Brad, and then you crashed Brad, and then your insurance won't cover it. Why? Oh, nobody's perfect. And I'm like, yeah, speaking as someone who knows what's going on in the back of it, we still think you're a moron. Just letting you know. If you loved your car that much, obviously this wouldn't happen. I know. There's like a story to be told with all of that, and I'm like, I know at the core of it, no one did this maliciously, but it's like, we're just doing our job here, okay? Don't... I don't know. Well, I guess that's why I deal with companies and not individuals. Because if I had to, like, work for Geico or something, I might shoot myself.
Oh my god.
Well, imagine how frustrated a normal, like, fast food employee is, or, like, a normal, like, regular employee, just someone behind a desk. And imagine that when they call you and they let you know that they broke something and they expect it not to be their fault.
Yeah, it's... I remember dealing when I had a car accident with the
like, you know
woman.
how some people can get worked up over like a $10 sandwich? Imagine how worked up they get when it's like a several $1,000 car.
Yeah, it's very... I mean, I was whatever. I wasn't like angry or anything, but she was just very surgical in like her script. You know what I mean? She just had a flow of words coming out that like were very impersonal, but you know what I mean? But like extremely polite and like...
Yeah, well, I mean, I think you gotta, like, adopt that persona after a while, because...
Like a robot, you know what I mean? I don't know, yeah.
Yeah, well, like, you're reading off of the script because, like, it's kind of been tried and true in that one. It's been tested. Be like, look, just to make... Yes, they're gonna get angry at you, but if they realize you're working on a script, it's like, well, what are you gonna do?
I was, like, in agreement with them, and... I was just trying to... I guess I was just like, oh, hey, you know, like, and they were, like, not... They would not stray from their... What they were saying, you know what I mean? It was not like they were going to, like, relate to me or be like, oh, yeah, me too, or something. You know what I mean? It was like, this call is recorded, and, like... If I give you...
I think the main reason for that is because everyone thinks, like, their instance is, like, special or different. It's just like, no, it's not like every other thing that happened. This happened, like, here's how it happened to me. Yeah. And it's like, we've heard it before, dude. All right? I
definitely... I deal with that,
on the daily.
When drivers come in with a car accident, and they're, like, talking to me like it's this, like... You know, because they haven't had a car accident in like a year or two or something, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, like today is a crazy day. Let me tell you, like." And I'm like, "Listen,
every little
no,
I
don't care about that. I need like, what was the cross street? You know what I mean?" And it's just,
look, dude, I just want to know the facts, man. Don't tell me everything. Don't tell me your life story.
He's like, and the guy was saying this, and then I said that, and like, I
sounds like a soap opera, honestly.
It's like, yes, this is like every car accident ever. Like, this happens to me twice a day.
He said, "Oh my god," and then she said this, and it made me feel so hurt.
Oh man. Yeah. In New York City, it takes the police apparently like a long time to respond to an accident like that.
Dude, I'm not
because it's like there must be like a billion fender benders every day in New York City, so they just like have to, you know, people have to report an accident legally. So
yeah, it's like the worst place though, like to drive. Like as much as I can't fault like bicycle riders for being like, well, there's so many cars and like, you know, we can just ride our bikes in there. I still hate them.
I think it's good. I mean, it's not
I get a small twinge of joy when I hear, this is a peak train, there are no bikes allowed. And I want to, like, call out and be like, yeah, alright, why don't you go bike over there, you environmentally conscious asshole. And I know it's wrong. I know it's wrong. It's like, oh, well, why the hell are you doing this? They're just doing their thing. And I'm like, fuck bikers.
I think if there was parking in the city, I would like it better than, you know, I think the driving is, like, okay. I think the parking is the worst part.
Yeah, but then you're going to be part of the problem then, because where there's drivers, there needs to be parking.
Yeah.
It's like you're literally saying, yeah, New York City would be better with less cars. And I don't think anyone's arguing you on that point. If you were the only person driving in New York City, yes, it would be like paradise.
Oh my god.
But enough about that. Let's talk about some of the weirder news that's happened this week. Alright?
Yes.
First thing, and the big thing, aside from the whole Jared scandal, which we're not going to get into, before I begin on this, I gotta say, like, as much as the shooting on the television was, I mean, it's a tragedy, but it's kind of weird when almost every news source shuts down to talk about this, and yet there's so many other things that are going on. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like, I get it, one of your own was killed, but at the same time, you still have to report on other things. We got, like, 24-hour news going on where I work, and it's like, for every hour that they are on, 40 minutes goes to the reporter, and 20 minutes for, like, everything else that's going on.
Yeah. Well, they want you. They don't have a lot going on in that story. You know what I mean? I think there's like limited things they can talk about, or limited developments in that shooting, right? Like they pretty much had everything.
Yeah, no, that is everything. They already knew the profile of the guy. They knew why he did it. They have the parents going on and telling their stories, and it's like, well, that's mostly it. They just want us to like remember them, and I get that, and I know it's like there's a time and a place for that, and it's now.
No, it's a story that people that the lowest common denominator like want to hear about. It's a sensational story, and like I think that it's ratings, you know what I mean? This is something that if we're not doing it, all these other stations are doing it, and like they're gonna get viewers.
I guess. I don't know. Well, that's why you guys have us. That's why we're going to talk about stuff like Ashley Madison.
Yeah.
Oh, I am so fucking happy that the hackers like released the whole database. Not because like, you know, I believe infidelity is bad or anything. I mean, it's frowned upon, and as well it should be. But I'm one of those like I want to watch the world burn for the sake of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I think I don't know. I think it's a business. See, like to me, it's like if it was my business that I was running, and somebody like just decided to like break into my business and take all my client records and like publicize, you know, I don't know. It would.
Yeah, no. Well, I would feel rightly pissed about that, but the reality is we don't own something like Ashley Madison.
Right.
I hope that makes people like double check themselves whenever they like decide to cheat. Like you can't fucking trust anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean it's definitely a risk. I don't know. I think that it's crazy that what did they do? Oh, that people are like think it's news that the site had the like false profiles, like filler profiles.
Yeah, now that is the meat of what we want to talk about here. It turned out that most of the accounts on the website were fake, operated by male employees of the company. So, if you were on that website, or if you imagine someone talking to that website, and they're talking about a wife or husband that wanted to cheat, odds are it was a guy just trying to, like, feed into the fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
And there's already something for that, guys. It's called porn. You're already involved in that fantasy just by watching that. You know what I mean?
I mean, I think it's a pay site, and they're trying to get. But this is like not unlike any other one of those sites out there that are like in your area. You know what I mean? Like,
I guess
all those sites are basically like a billion guys and like the people that are running it pretending to be like somebody. Because I think that females join them, but I think it's like much less. The ratio is like much more horrible than you think. So they like. Yeah,
I think we're hearing numbers all over the place, but I think one of the ones that stuck with me was out of 20,000 accounts, like random sampling, only 3 of them were real. Now that is like impressive. I mean that's like beyond.
Yeah.
That is beyond the whole. Oh well, for every 10 people out there, like 9 of them are fake, and it's like Jesus fucking Christ. That's
like when Instagram yeah.
What?
Oh,
Instagram what?
I think Instagram trimmed a lot of fake accounts, and suddenly like you could see celebrities totally lose like thousands of followers in a matter of like an hour or something.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like Justin Bieber like 30,000 followers less suddenly.
But like you already know that these people are famous, so why would they make fake accounts for that? You know what I mean?
Oh no, well, there's services. So say I'm on Instagram.
Yeah, I mean, like you could like pay to have people like just make accounts and subscribe to you. Like no, I've seen that. They
have like an army of fake accounts, and they're like, oh, you want to pay us this much money? Like we'll rocket your account.
Yeah, like people buy upvotes on Reddit, people buy subscribers on YouTube, and like I mean, it's still pathetic, but, I mean, anything for that ego boost. But celebrities? We already know that Justin Bieber has, like, a horde of undying fans.
Well, this is, like, maybe before he did, you know what I mean? Like, when he was still making it, this was a way for him to publicize himself and seem like a bigger deal than he was, you know what I mean? Or...
I mean, I guess.
It's like a business strategy. Like, somebody on Reddit is paying for upvotes for, like, their product that they're, like, pretending to be a customer who loves it or something, and I don't know.
But when it comes to something like Ashley Madison, with all of the fake women accounts, I mean, I wonder how many of these people signed up on these websites to, like, actually have an affair. Like, meet up with someone in, like, a shady motel and, like, maybe, I don't know, take them out to dinner to Hooters or something, because clearly you don't really care about women if you're doing this. And then just, like, do their deed and then go home. I wonder how many people, like, actually wanted that. Because if you're just talking to someone else, then it's like, well, how guilty do you really, really want to be with this?
I think it starts on a... I don't think it's just born out of, like, they want to have, like, a cold and, like, unattached relationship. I think it's more like their relationship had problems and they're reaching out. I think they're probably lonely more than anything else. I think, you know, guys will be guys, but...
Lonely? But with... Well, I mean, like divorce isn't as taboo anymore. This is, like, specifically geared to have an affair.
Yes.
I mean, that's what I think literally every billboard for Ashley Madison talked about. So, like, life's short, have an affair. Like,
yeah, that's what it's about. Yeah.
I don't know why, but, like, the name Ashley Madison makes me think, like, British for some reason.
Yeah, it's like a sophisticated person.
Well, Madison sounds like sophisticated. Ashley, on the other hand,
yeah, Ashley
could go either way. I know some nice Ashleys. I know some trashly Ashleys. That's a tongue twister.
It reminds me of. Did you ever see that show Recess? That animated Saturday morning cartoon.
Yes, I did.
There were, like, the 5 Ashleys,
right?
Were like really cliquey,
bitchy,
and, like, had, like, valley accents, you know.
Yep.
That's what I think. I don't know.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Well.
But I'm just saying, like, I think when people have affairs, like, in general, I think they're having an affair.
But I mean, wouldn't you at least, like, try to talk with your significant other before it even gets to that point?
I'm sure that if it's gotten to that point, there's been some breakdowns in communication. I think it's just like a... My argument is that when people go to do this, they're not doing it to have a one night thing. They're doing it to, like, find somebody, like a new flame. You know what I mean? To keep that new person is the excitement in their life and the.
Yeah, I guess, but I mean.
I don't think they're looking to.
It's not a healthy thing. It's not a healthy. I know some people are like, well, it's not natural to be monogamous, but at the same time, like, at least have some integrity with this dude.
Yeah.
But my last like line of thought with this is, how would you even find, like, unless you were, like, super suspicious of who you're with to begin with, how would you even, like, when would the thought click in your head to think, well, someone leaked the Ashley Madison database. Yeah. Let me look and see if someone's on there.
You know what?
And if you aren't on that website and your significant other looks anyway, maybe then you need to have a different kind of talk.
I could see it as being like a curiosity, like, but you're probably not, if you're secure in your relationship and you're having a pretty communicative deal going on, like, I don't think you'd even care. Like you wouldn't think like they would be on there. You'd trust them, you know. You would know that they weren't on there. You wouldn't have to look.
Well, now I'm thinking, like, you know, those in, like, swinger relationships? I've never met anyone that actually did that, like, have an open relationship and they're married and they're, like, looking for other people. Would that be, like, a warning sign if they were on Ashley Madison? Or is it just kind of like...
100%. My answer would be that
Like if you were in an open relationship and you found
is it a secret or not? You know what I mean?
Oh, that's the kicker. Is it a secret? All right.
I mean, are they aware of this and are they okay with it? And like you're doing it with their not approval, but with, I guess, you both have a common understanding, and this is like something that's okay in a relationship.
That's actually a very level-headed
or is this
way
like
of going
something
about
you did without mentioning, and you're omitting it on purpose because you don't think it's really okay, but you want it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's actually a very level-headed way of thinking about this. Good on you, Mike. Good on you. All right, let's jump into the real meat of what I want to talk about. Let's jump right into this because this hits near and dear to my heart. So Wednesday, I was actually at work when I found out about this, and I was like casually browsing Reddit for a short little break, and I found out Burger King took a full page ad out in the Chicago Times and the New York Times, calling out to McDonald's saying on Peace Day, September 21st, let's join forces and make the McWhopper.
Yeah. Okay.
First off, what are your stances on McDonald's and Burger King?
If I had to have one survive and one die, I would go with Burger King surviving.
Really?
I mean, if I got to choose which one would stay around, like I wouldn't want to like eliminate one, but I'm just saying, like, if it came down to it, I would pick Burger King.
Wow. Why?
I really just like their everything they have going on. They have a nice attitude too. I don't know. It's just like a cooler thing for me.
Now, McDonald's, I've expected the same level of quality for a while now. It's like, if I get a sandwich there, I could expect the same thing everywhere. And I love the fries. Burgers, I'm okay with.
Yeah, their fries are their strong point.
Yeah, Burger King, on the other hand, I have no idea what the fuck to think about it. They've changed everything. They are not the Burger King of their heyday. I've never cared for the sandwich, I gotta say. I don't know what it is, but it just kind of...
Really?
Yeah, no, it tastes like paper to me.
To me, and the burgers?
Yeah, the burgers. It just tastes like flame-broiled nothing.
Yeah, I'd go for a Whopper right now.
And I say that having Burger King be a staple of what I was eating back in college, because one of the mess halls had a Burger King in there. I'm like, well, I need something, and I already know what I can get from there, so I'll be miserable for a little bit, and I'll bite the bullet. And in this case, it was like I'll bite the double stack.
Yeah, I mean, they're both like, it's not the best thing to have, and like I usually don't feel great after I had a meal.
Well, I know that I can say for both of them.
No, but Burger King, McDonald's has definitely changed. I mean, they always are trying new things and little menu extensions.
But like,
stuff.
Dude, okay, look, Burger
like chicken
King
fries are back
fries.
now at Burger King.
Yeah, they changed their fries at Burger King, and like ever since they did that, they have been trying and failing to do different things with them.
They're good. And listen, the McDonald's, man. Like they have this. Like, have you seen these new artisanal? Have you heard of this? Wait.
Yeah,
I have to tell you.
I don't buy into that shit, honestly.
Wait.
This is grilled and it's better.
Oh, well, they check this out.
Alright, what am I looking at? But, okay, what I was going on about with the McWhopper was Burger King reached out to McDonald's, saying, hey, they were going to build one store to sell this burger that they were going to build together and design together. It was going to be in the middle of their two headquarters, which ended up being Atlanta, Georgia, because I think that was like the biggest major city in between them.
So that's like, it's not.
It was going to be one store.
Yeah,
it was going to be one store. And my initial reaction was like, "Oh well, fuck you, McDonald's and Burger King. Are you fucking kidding me?" And I know there are like crazy people who will like follow them to the ends of the goddamn earth.
It's an event, and this is big,
It's like, how there's like a traveling trade of people who follow the McRib when it's out?
Yeah.
They just go to each location and they travel the country and get the McRib. And they, keep going along with it because, once it closes in one area, it probably keeps traveling west. But I know some people will make the pilgrimage. It will probably be, a line out the door. It would have been a line out the door, probably, a city long. Just people waiting to get their one burger, probably, their shot at history. And I think all the proceeds would have gone to, one of the organizations sponsoring, Peace One Day. On September 21st. And I say would've because I think hours after I found out about that, McDonald's responded on Facebook and said, "We're not going to do this. Absolutely. No.
What did they say, though? What did they actually say?
It was one of those really corporate responses. Let's not equate our friendly competition with actual wars going on around the world, and next time give us a call."
Whoa!
Yep,
that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and pull up the response. It's money, CNN, McDonald's nixes Burger King's McWhopper pitch. There was a picture showing the Facebook response. Where the fuck was it? Yeah, we'll be in touch. P.S. A simple phone call will do next time. They urged Burger King to acknowledge that between us there is simply a friendly business competition and certainly not the unequaled circumstances of the real pain and suffering of war. And I gotta say, as hyped as I was for this, McDonald's hit the nail on the goddamn head.
I don't know. I mean,
I understand that it's symbolic, but
it's two political candidates, and one of them makes this some people may see Burger King as making this cool idea that wouldn't it be so cool if this happened, and it's a hand stretching out, extending, and McDonald's is I don't know, but at the same time, it's a little weird, it's kind of a crazy PR thing, and maybe it backfired on Burger King. Who knows? I don't know.
No, Burger King definitely won in that PR campaign because if McDonald's accepted, yes, they would get the donations, they would work together, everyone looks better by comparison.
Yeah, it's turning down charity.
Yeah, but if you turn it down, then it's just what? You don't like giving stuff to charity? You're rich enough, you may as fucking well. Man, but
I feel like they shouldn't have just declined it. I feel like they should have tried to take control of the situation by counter offering some other thing,
Yeah, right. Well,
that would have been more entertaining. People would have seen it as McDonald's is.
Because I know a lot of people. I know for one, when National Peace Day comes around, not even that. It's just called Peace One Day. I think it's just an independently sponsored thing. When that comes around, I know I'm probably not going to do much for it, but the date is stuck in my head after this. But if there was some restaurant that I normally go to or I'm already a patron of, if they were already going to do stuff for Peace Day, then Peace One Day. I can't even. If they were already going to do something for it, then I'll be okay, yeah, I'll throw in my money towards that. That'd be cool. And that's probably what this whole thing was about. Yeah, you're going to get a sandwich. We were going to donate the proceeds to Peace Day. What the fuck? You know?
They should have just did something.
Because that's it's the bare minimum you could do. You already have to eat. You're probably not going to do any actual charity work for it. Just go ahead and give the money to someone who's going to deliver to it.
Yeah.
It's lazy activism, but activism is still in there.
Let me tell you this. These are a few sidebar things about McDonald's right now that I've just read about in the past couple weeks.
Yep.
McDonald's has a bespoke Big Mac. McDonald's tests $6 create-your-own gourmet burgers in limited stores across the country.
Right, I read that. You sent that to me. Yep.
Yeah. This happens in New York City, actually, I think.
Oh, yeah? Which?
And in New York City, McDonald's, there's basically, you have various bun choices.
I don't know. If I want to build my own burger, I'll just go to Five Guys. There's already, like, dozens I could go to.
It's very much like Subway of, at McDonald's.
No, it's literally like Five Guys. Yeah, like, they're biting that style. And, like, they already own Chipotle. McDonald's Corporation owns Chipotle, so people are already used to that experience.
Yeah.
So it's not like they don't know what they're doing. Yeah.
I mean, and it's interesting to me how the ingredients are, like, polished a little bit, like a thick cut applewood smoked bacon. Like, would you expect that at McDonald's? Buttered toasted artisan roll.
Okay, that one I don't. Applewood bacon I do.
Guacamole? I don't know. Chili lime tortilla strips? I could see that at McDonald's, but...
Maybe. Well, if they decide to go on...
I love
swear
how
to God,
they...
if McDonald's follows this new ghost pepper thing that's going on, I might flip my shit, because that is... You can't keep making that trendy. Know what I mean?
I don't know.
Have you had anything with ghost pepper in it recently?
No.
Yeah, okay.
I like spicy peppers, though. Yeah.
Wait, Wendy's had a ghost pepper thing. I don't think anyone actually fell for it because it wasn't actually spicy. Taco Bell agreeably took the ghost pepper bait, and they made three what is it, rollers out of it?
I think that's a good idea for them to do that.
I had all three at one point. No, I literally just went out, I saw the commercial, I'm like, fuck it, I gotta do this. I have to get lunch anyway. So I got, the Chipotle one was a little spicy, the habanero one was predictably spicy, and surprisingly enough, the ghost pepper, I don't think had anything in it. It might have been one of those things like your friends dare you to do, like, oh man, you're gonna get the ghost pepper one, and then you just have to pretend that it's spicy, or, and this is probably the most likely thing, someone fucked up my order.
Maybe.
Because I had it, and it's like,
impossible.
Is this supposed to be spicy? I'm not getting anything.
One other thing,
yeah,
to throw in here about McDonald's
is
that somebody a while ago on Reddit posted a graph showing the correlation between the monthly price of pork per pound and the McRib when it's released. And it basically looks like the McRib is either... It looks like they wait for the price of pork to drop.
And then they release it?
Then they purchase large amounts of pork and make the McRib for a limited time. So it's like arbitrage. Like they're waiting for the price of pork to become cheap. Picture a stock chart and you're seeing like the rises and falls, and every once in a while it really dips, and then there's a crest again, and then it really dips, but it's all jagged. Well, every time it really dips, the McRib is released, which is crazy.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. It's business, man.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't buy gold and then sell when the price is low.
I think it's funny because people they release it. It comes back every once in a while, and you're like, ooh, that's back, But I think in reality,
the actual reaction is, I guess that's back.
Oh, it depends. They have different, chicken fries came back at Burger King.
Well, because that's something people can't not like. You already like chicken.
I don't know why it went away though. Yeah.
Yeah, that is one of those things.
Maybe
I don't know why
chicken
that stopped.
It's
like when Taco Bell discontinued something that people liked, like the Bacon Club Chalupa. There was
food. It's so trivial, but so monumental. Exactly. I feel like when they mention on the news, when there's news about Mountain Dew, I feel like that's crazy. What are we reporting on Mountain Dew now?
We're reporting on Mountain. Well, dude, Mountain Dew is fucking not. I went through a phase with Mountain Dew where I drank that too much. When CNN is
talking about Mountain Dew because it's releasing a new flavor or something, you're like, what? What it was, Taco Bell had this flavor, Baja Blast,
which is a favorite. Yeah,
it's a Mountain Dew flavor. Mm-hmm. The thing about it was
exclusive to Taco Bell.
You can only get it at Taco Bell. Well, that contract ran out or something,
and now you can actually buy it in stores.
Yeah, I think it was for a limited time. Maybe I don't even know if they are doing it. This was last summer, I think.
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know if they still have it.
No, I've looked in like convenience stores, and they still have the Baja Blast. They also have like another flavor, which I don't know why they did this. I think it's like called Sangria Blast or Sangrita.
Yeah, Sangrita. Yeah. They release all these. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I don't think there's a reason for it.
It's very
There isn't.
I liked Code Red. That was like my favorite.
I did not. I don't know why anyone would like Code Red. It tastes like cherry blood.
I love it. I love cherry. That's why.
When they call it gamer fuel, I cringe.
Oh my gosh!
But
I don't know about this Live Wire flavor.
Now, Live Wire holds a place in my heart because that is literally just orange soda. But for some reason, it tastes better than orange soda.
It's like I'm not looking to have orange soda when I have Mountain Dew, though. I don't know. I would rather have like.
I gotta be honest. The amount of time that I talk about like bad food on this show, you think I would be a little more. You think I'd have a little more inclination to like work out and maybe not eat as shitty, but I don't know.
There's something else going on with food in the news, isn't there?
Oh wow, nice segue.
Well,
let's talk about something that's going on in our own borders. Have you ever heard of vegan mayo? Well, have you ever heard? Rattle off a couple of weird vegan things that you've talked about, that you've heard of.
That I've heard of?
Yeah, when you're vegan, you're like you're really limiting yourself. Like, it's basically just like, very, very, bare bones pasta, I guess. Like, just wheat products, fruits, vegetables.
There's a lot of fruit and vegetable and nuts and things you can use to substitute, but that's what it's
the
all
tofu
a lot
and
of
beans.
Substitution.
Yeah, it's like a ton of it. But I guess some people... Well, when you're making like these dietary choices, you have to realize there's some things that you probably need to like come to terms that you need to give up. Like when people say they get like vegan ice cream or something, and it's like made with soy milk, it's like you're really holding on to something that you just shouldn't.
I mean, it's its own thing though. Like some of that stuff is good in its own right.
Yeah.
Like I like bean burgers or like
soy
veggie
patties
and things like that. Like those are different. It's like not a burger, but I like it.
It's a burger, but it's not a burger.
But some things I feel like it's difficult like to bake vegan because you're not using eggs and you're not using milk or cream and it's just very like
I think at that
you're not using butter like so there's a lot of stuff
one substitution you can get around. 2 substitutions you're kind of reaching. 3 I don't know what the fuck you're trying to do, but it's not that.
Yeah,
it's like if someone tried to make vegan chocolate chip cookies. There's a couple of problems that I have with that.
It's not going to be like it. I think a lot of times there's a vegan recipe and it's basically like, oh, you have to try this new vegan food I made. It's not terrible. Like, like that's the success of a lot of these things.
Like, I know I'm under the impression that no one
doesn't taste like cardboard, really. Like, it's kind of it doesn't taste like a chocolate chip cookie, but it doesn't taste like cardboard. Like hey,
I'm under the impression that if it wasn't publicized or it wasn't sold in like a restaurant or a shop, like someone must have liked it. Someone must have thought this was good. But when it comes to like a lot of baking recipes, since anyone can just post those on now, you're taking a gamble. You're taking you can order like the weird sounding stew at a restaurant because that must have passed at least one taste test. But like this weird vegan recipe that your grandma sent you saying, well, you can get off of sugar this way or something. And it's like, I guess I can try it.
There's good stuff though. I mean, it's different and it's not going to be the same, but some of it is good.
But don't fucking tell me that like delicious. A portobello mushroom is like a substitute for a steak. Don't even start.
It's good though.
Ugh. Oh.
Listen, you gotta flip it around, marinate it in some olive oil and some balsamic.
Well, I can't tell Shake Shack to do that now, can I?
They have a portobello burger.
Yeah, they have the Shake Stack, the Shack Stack.
Well, you gotta make your own, man. That's where it's at.
Ugh.
That's where it's at. But to me, it's like all that vegan food and vegetarian stuff is good, but I'm also not not eating other stuff.
Yeah. Well, you got to look at it from the perspective of, well, what am I not eating? What do I want the experience of, and what am I not eating? And one of the things that the FDA actually weighed in on was vegan mayonnaise, saying it's an oxymoron. The FDA warned that a vegan food manufacturer that mayo isn't mayo without eggs.
Okay, so I agree with that.
Yeah, it's kind of like if you made ketchup without tomatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've actually had something like that, but I went to a Hungarian place that a couple of my friends go to, and they have a beet ketchup, but okay. It's not a beet ketchup then. It's like beet jam. It's still pretty good. Just don't call it ketchup. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't know, but is ketchup specific about tomatoes?
I think so. Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure.
Because don't they call it tomato ketchup? Couldn't you have beet ketchup or isn't there fish? No, I don't know. I don't.
Isn't
really
there
know.
Fish ketchup?
Fish ketchup?
Is there? Holy shit!
I'm trying to think of. I don't think that's the right thing, but
okay, all right. Well, I'm sure it's probably you can't. No. I'm sure there's some specific thing you can't have mustard without mustard seed. You know what I mean?
Check this out. I typed in non-tomato ketchup and I got fruit ketchups.
Oh shit!
It looks. I don't.
Really?
What? Here.
Wow! I'm eating my own. Yeah.
Ketchup. When you hear the word, you know instantly what we're talking about.
It's
a
tomato,
sweet, tangy, thick, glossy condiment made from tomatoes.
Yeah, I guess now that I think about it, I guess I'm looking at a picture of Heinz tomato ketchup. Yep, it's literally right there in the bottle.
Apparently, in the past, ketchup referred to any number of condiments made from whatever fruit, vegetable, or shellfish was available in abundance and needed to be preserved. They would be combined with sugar and vinegar and spices to make a sauce. That's crazy for the winter.
Huh. Okay.
So, if you wouldn't have, fruit in the winter, you wouldn't have, tomatoes, I guess, in the winter, really. So you could, throw some vinegar on it and then sweeten it up a little bit.
Alright. I guess it's like if you wanted to have mustard, you couldn't do that without mustard seed.
Yeah.
I guess that's a better way of going about that.
But, mayonnaise is a specific thing.
Yes.
It's like a coconut custard pie. There has to be
coconut and custard.
There has to be custard. It
has to be pie shaped. I guess.
It has to be a pie.
But we're open to interpretation on that. But the FDA they sent a warning letter to the makers of Just Mayo, a vegan mayonnaise spread, basically saying to cut the shit.
Well, what I think is okay. From the other point of view, it's this is a vegan representation of mayonnaise.
Right.
But I think on the label, you would have to say vegan mayonnaise substitute or something like that.
Or you'd have to call it something else. Because Just Mayo apparently is made with canola oil, apple cider vinegar, pea protein, and other ingredients, but no eggs. Clearly, because it's a vegan mayonnaise. But now they have to call it something else.
Yeah, I mean, it's important to, you can't you can't call it a chocolate bar if it's imitation chocolate. You have to say it's a bar made with chocolatey flavor.
Yeah, it's like if someone made a carob thing instead of cocoa.
It's like Entenmann's donuts, they say coated in, they say rich and chocolatey, but they can't say that they're made with there's no chocolate,
So, Unilever, the owner of Hellmann's Real Mayonnaise. Oh my god, yeah, now that I think about it. I don't eat mayonnaise on the daily. I don't regularly eat mayonnaise.
Oh, no? You don't have a spoonful in the morning?
I don't have, a spoonful at lunch or anything. Now that I think about it, yeah, no, they actually have, Hellmann's Real Mayonnaise on the label.
Yeah, they stress that it's
real. And they sued Hampton Creek, the owners of Just Mayo, for false advertising. And they said there's only one way to make mayo. Damn it! I like when they put that into official articles. This is the way of saying, okay, all right, we're clearly dealing with someone who knows their mayo. Back the fuck up.
It's very. I mean, it's for them, for Hellman's, it's important because it's a risky food. You know, this is like
they're like they're the name in mayonnaise. So
they want to appear, you know, very clean and very reliable and high quality.
Now that I think about it, mayonnaise is just
real ingredients.
Do you like mayonnaise, man?
I like it. I understand in the world that there are some people who literally like can't deal with mayonnaise, but
yeah, well, I'm fine with it. Like if it's already on like a sandwich or something that I'm about to eat, it's like, I guess it's all right. It's like makes it moist. But like mayonnaise by itself is just like, ugh.
It's nice. It's got a little. I mean, it's not something I would just eat, but you can. It really has to. What it does is it enhances other food. It's like salt, you know. Salty things taste really good, but you wouldn't want to just be like, salt. Like here's a spoonful of it. Like it's, or like good, like red pepper flakes. Let me eat like several handfuls. Like it's right. It's very much
moderation.
Yeah, sure. You have to spread it.
You don't like douse it or dip it or anything.
It's to shape the taste. It's to affect the taste. It's not the taste. Yeah.
Well, you know what? When I'm eating like fries, like I basically put like equal parts ketchup. You know what I mean? Like I fucking love tomato ketchup. I don't want to. I'm not gonna like specify that now. It's ketchup is ketchup to me.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
it's
no one's taking that away from me, but I'm throwing that out there.
It's salty and sweet. I don't know how much of a flavor it really has other than that, you know?
Yeah, no, that's literally it. It's like, it's salty and sweet, I guess.
I mean, it's got a texture, which is nice.
But it's weird that, like, lightning can strike twice in this, because we just talked about how a vegan mayonnaise isn't mayonnaise, and now in Israel, Heinz no longer qualifies as ketchup.
That's crazy.
And get this, because it doesn't have minimum tomato content. Right. And they have to rebrand as tomato seasoning.
Now, I read this article, and I thought what was odd about it was that they, in this process, in this like news release or whatever, there's no mention of what the content is.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
and so like they don't know. Like they're writing the article and they're saying it's odd that we don't. You know, it brings to the question like, what is the tomato content? And it's like, hey, like is the person that called them out on this didn't like specify, or I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know when you look on like the back of a label or something, and you see what the ingredients are and how it's like measured up by weight.
In order of
Yeah, I think ketchup's like main ingredient is like sugar. I'm pretty sure that by weight, sugar is like the most prevalent thing in.
That's crazy.
Tomato ketchup.
It's probably like sugar, water.
Well, I mean, like, have you ever
high fructose corn syrup?
When was the last time you ate a tomato by itself?
I don't like to. This is
no. That's the thing. Not a lot. Tomato by itself is just like, it's like the mayonnaise of fruits. It just tastes like. It tastes like really nothing, honestly.
Well, a lot of vegetables.
If someone says it has like tomato season, if something says it has like a tomato flavor, you can bet that it tastes like nothing.
It's got it's got a very mild flavor of tomato. So yeah, it's true. I mean, a ripe tomato slice.
Like, when was the last time you had a V8?
To be real with you, I specifically, one of the few foods I don't like is raw tomatoes.
Yeah, so, no, exactly. Like,
it's been years before I've like allowed a tomato slice to be on a burger.
Same here, because
I really just pick them out of salads.
I think it's redundant if I have a burger or a sandwich with tomato on it and I end up putting ketchup on it. So I'm just like, can I just like have the tomato on the side or something? I mean, like, if you really insist that I need it.
On the other hand, though, I love ketchup. I love tomato sauce. I love sauce is my favorite part of pizza. Like, I love a pizza slice with tons of sauce on it.
Yeah, because it's seasoned with literally everything else. You're tasting
I love pasta sauces. I love I like stewed tomatoes, like in with chili or something. Like, I like tomatoes when they're cooked.
Exactly,
but like, I don't like them when they're raw. It's
but tomato by itself is just like, I mean, even if you like. If you cooked a tomato and did like nothing else with it, you would immediately regret your meal.
When you make sauce with it, it's more, I think, about, I don't know, it has a nice texture, and like you can flavor. It goes good with other flavors that are stronger, like garlic or
exactly, like basil and oregano and salt and pepper. So I'm not terribly surprised that like some country other than the United States says, you know what, this thing that you love, the ketchup, we don't actually think it's tomato ketchup. It's more like a thing that you just eat.
Yeah.
So like I wonder if like it's like,
but it's like seasoning paste, whatever. Like most seasoning pastes are like this. Like if you had like whatever.
If we started calling ketchup seasoning paste, I would like to think that we would be more in the future than we were ever before.
We'd call it like flavor sauce.
Well, you would have flavor tablets, and then you would have season paste.
Seasoning paste.
Would you like some tomato seasoning paste with your nutrient tablet?
It's not like I feel like they're trying to say like, oh, this is bad because it doesn't really have a lot of tomatoes in it. But
of course they are. Of course they are.
I mean, what's barbecue sauce? What fruit is that? What's the barbecue fruit? Like what's in there?
Is barbecue sauce.
Yeah. Like seriously, barbecue sauce is a sauce made to enhance, meat.
No, that I get, but at least like no one's hiding behind the fact that like, look, the main ingredient in barbecue sauce is barbecue. Don't try and take that away from me. Well, like
barbecue sauce is like it's like liquid smoke that they.
Have you ever had liquid smoke?
It's not. I don't like too much of it yet.
No, dude,
it's
the liquid smoke is like
it's
great.
Nice, but. Yeah,
liquid smoke is great. It gives like that mesquite flavor, I put
a
few drops on my burger, and it's just like, oh, this
feels
tastes
like I'm having
different.
a citronella candle sometimes. I don't know. Yeah, but yeah.
Oh, but
barbecue sauce is good though. But it's actually like Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire.
Yeah, that what even is Worcestershire sauce?
I actually in Wired magazine they did a dissection of like exactly that question, like what's in Worcestershire sauce, and it's like a bunch of savory compounds from things like sardines or like what is it, anchovies. It's like anchovies have like a sulfur compound that makes meat taste meaty.
Yeah, here we are from the Wikipedia article. The essential ingredients are barley malt vinegar, spirit vinegar, molasses, alright, sugar, salt, anchovies, tamarind, onions, and garlic. And that's the essential ingredients?
Yeah, onions, garlic, and the anchovies all have like sulfides or some kind of sulfur thing in them that really enhances the flavor. I think the vinegar is like whatever tenderizes the meat and lets it penetrate or something. I forget. They had a whole reason behind it, each thing that was in there.
Honestly,
the sweetness of the tamarind,
when I have like
takes the edge off.
Tamarind though, yeah.
But
when I make burgers, I always put like a few drops of like Worcestershire sauce on it, just because
nice. Yeah.
It tastes incredible. It's savory with savory. You can't go wrong. I think the first time I tried that, I'm like, these taste like White Castle burgers, and I'm not complaining.
But it's like a bunch of things designed to synergize together and like make the meat taste good, which is like ketchup is like a
ketchup is just meant to be
amateur version of this. I guess
ketchup is just meant to be what it was. They're just like, you know what? We have all these tomatoes. No one wants to do anything with them. I guess they're making sauce, but how can we put them with other things?
It's like a primitive sauce, yeah.
And then he just dumped a bunch of sugar and salt in there and mixed tomatoes with it and said, you know what, here you go. You're going to fucking eat this now.
This is basically McDonald's and Burger King, It's a bunch of salty, sweet food with a lot of fat content. Like, it's the things we like and respond to. The saltiness of the pickle and the sweetness of the ketchup.
Wow, you gotta understand, like, all of these things that, like, are the flagship for these companies, like the Big Mac and the Whopper and I guess whatever Taco Bell's flagship is, like, these have been, like, designed and tested.
Yeah, and, like, things have been tried. And
like, this is a fucking formula that you do not screw with.
Imagine, like, there are products that they've created and tested and haven't really released. But then there are ones that make it, like there are ones you try, they're out for a limited time, and some of them become like permanent menu items, and some of them just don't. You know what? Or get discontinued.
You know what? Like, Jelly Belly jelly beans? Remember that shit? I wonder if there's ever like a rejection process for flavors on that.
I guess so. I don't.
Because I think whatever didn't make it, I think they just rebranded as those Bernie Bots every flavor beans. They're like, this one tastes like lead. Oh, it fucking tastes like lead. All right, lead flavored jelly bean. We're putting that in the Bernie Bots. All right, what's next? Oh, this one tastes like bacon. Bernie Bots.
I can't believe they made vomit. What a bad idea.
Well, it was made popular by the movie, and I remember having one. I remember having one, not knowing what it was. I don't remember it was Bernie Bots. I thought it was just like regular jelly bean. I'm like, oh, this tastes like... Ugh! This tastes the worst thing ever.
The worst idea ever. Like, let's drink some vomit. I don't know.
Yeah, how would you even find out what that tastes like? That's what I want to know.
The thing... There's such a cool... what's it called? There's like a laboratory which specializes specifically in like flavors and imitation flavors and chemicals, and they work like with like a million candy companies, and they're like everybody, like from drinks to candies to any kind of artificial thing you need to be flavored like something. And Jelly Belly, I think, uses that.
Probably like their main proprietor.
Yeah.
You know what? I gotta say, when it comes to like artificial flavors, like there's always that fun fact thrown around with strawberry flavor.
What's that?
It's that originally strawberry was used with beaver anal glands.
Yeah, wait, what do you mean?
Like they took the anal glands from a beaver. I don't know how they figured this out, but they realized, oh, I guess this kind of tastes like strawberry, and I guess they enhanced that. And now, that became like one of the first strawberry flavors.
Now they probably like artificially produced this chemical, but in the past, like it was.
Look, now they actually use fucking strawberries. So when anyone tells you that fact, just fucking tell them, look, they don't do that anymore.
By the way, when you eat strawberries, they don't taste like. I don't know where this strawberry flavor came from, but what is that?
Bigger problem: watermelon flavor.
I
don't know where the fuck that came from, but watermelon just usually tastes like water.
Well, it's got a flavor it's like...
It's very slight.
Similar it is.
No, it's very... watermelon itself has a very slight flavor, so when you eat like a Jolly Rancher and you have like watermelon flavor, like, oh my god, this tastes so sour and sweet, and you're like, that's not what it actually tastes like. You realize that, right?
Banana has a fake flavor.
Banana's got a fake flavor, yep.
There's like a real... Like if you... I've been to... there's a Italian ice place made famous in Queens called King of Corona. Of Corona.
I think I've been to there, yeah.
In Corona, Queens. And they have a billion flavors, and they make their stuff with real fruit. And so if you get a banana Italian ice, it tastes like a banana, like a real banana. But like, it's so good. It's like icy, but like...
Yeah, good on
creamy kind of flavor, and mellow, and somehow like a lot of Runts bananas,
Runts bananas, they just taste like sugar. I don't know
like
where
Laffy Taffy. If you've had like a banana Laffy, which is the best flavor of Laffy Taffy.
It is. I don't know why anyone would bother with any other flavor.
It's not really the same flavor as a banana at all.
Yeah, well, it tastes good by itself, but I guess it's banana inspired.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess. I mean, some flavors like they seem to nail them with artificials, but
I don't know.
Apple.
Yeah, Apple. I guess
it's like if you've had a really good apple, you'll be like, wow,
this is really juicy and it tastes
this is
so
what
sweet,
they
tart.
modeled this flavor after. Yeah.
You know what? I know lemon is a staple, and speaking as someone who like actually eats like I can eat a lemon like an orange, and it's like my favorite fruit.
Orange is easy. You know what? I think lemons and oranges have the essential oils that they can just kind of use if they...
But like lemons... speaking as someone who eats a lemon, it's like, it's bitter, it's sour, and you really don't get a lot of flavor in it. So when I have like a lemon-flavored something, and it tastes like mellowed out and cool, it's like, this isn't fucking lemon. What the hell did you guys do?
Like a weird one. If you've ever had like a blueberry lollipop or something like that.
Grape. I think grape is like the king of that. It's like, yeah, grape. It's like another flavor all its own.
It's so different. Yeah, but you know what it's gonna be. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, this is grape. Okay, you're ready for that flavor too.
You're already expecting like another sensation
really
entirely.
I don't know. I guess grape juice. It's like you can't think about eating a grape. You have to think about drinking grape juice.
Yeah. Well, I know. Oh, I got like two things for that. I remember this one time my mother actually bought like white grape juice.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the fuck I was expecting, but it tasted like piss.
No.
It tasted a little like...
How do you know what that tastes like?
Well, I can imagine. I can imagine just by like smelling it sometimes.
It's
but like,
got its own... It's nice.
But
flavor,
I'm not.
yeah.
But I'm not. I wasn't expecting like the grapes that I eat.
Drink it
I'm not
cold,
expecting
too.
like
Yeah.
grape flavored soda. But I don't know what the hell this was. It just did. It tasted like volatile.
It's not bad. It's a little sickly sweet sometimes.
Not even sickly sweet. It just didn't taste like. I think it was like off-brand white grape juice. So I'm like, what the fuck is this?
These days, if I have juice, most of the time I water it down because it's too... I don't know. To just drink it straight is like... it's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Orange soda, like... I mean, I can understand where people like think it tastes kind of like orange. It doesn't, but I had what they use as Fanta over in Rome, and it's basically carbonated orange juice, and it tastes not bad. It tastes refreshing at least.
Yeah.
With the Fanta back at home, it tastes like a mouthful of sugar. But
yeah,
I was about
there's some mandarin orange. If you find like a mandarin soda, that can be good. I think Jarritos or something.
But I think
the Mexican soda brand.
But I think one thing that we need to end this on, not the article that I talked to you about, but like white grapes actually reminded me of this. I found out they make orange wine now.
Really?
Yeah, with white grapes. It's like its own classification. It's not white wine. It's not red wine. It's not rosé. It's orange wine.
With citrus in it though, or
no, with
it's this
just
color.
It's the color of it.
Oh, interesting.
It's like made with white grapes. I think they leave the hulls of the grapes in there for a little bit longer, so it gets that color. And yeah, it's apparently like a different flavor profile altogether. And I gotta find some.
Of wine.
I'm gonna make it like my mission to find some before Thanksgiving.
I wonder what it tastes like.
Yeah, me too. Well, I'll be sure to let you and like everyone who listens to the show know. Yeah, any possible wine connoisseurs or apprentice some how the fuck do you pronounce it?
Sommelier.
Sommeliers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any possible ones out there? I'll let you know.
Orange wine.
Orange wine. Yeah. No, it's a dream come true for me.
Red wine, white wine, orange wine.
There we go.
Blue wine.
Let's not get crazy. All right. This. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you could. All right. This has been another edition of the show. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Thank you.
All right. See you next time.